Alright, how's it going? It's Wade again with Gun and Garden, guys, and I just want to start off this video with saying that I love shotguns. If I had to have just one long gun, it would have to be a 12 gauge shotgun similar to this. So this is my Remington 870 12 gauge. I love shotguns because they're so versatile. Like, you can use a shotgun to hunt all kinds of things: big game, small game, rabbits, birds. I've hunted with shotguns most of my life. As soon as I was old enough to actually shoot one without, falling, I was using shotguns. They're also just really fun to shoot. Now, the disadvantages of a shotgun: they kick a lot, the bullets are really big, and they don't hold a lot of ammo compared to, say, an AR. But they are, they're my favorite. So what I'm going to do today, though, is we're going to do a little bit of an ammo test. So I have here, this is Monarch high velocity lead shot. It is buckshot. So buckshot is meant for self-defense or large game hunting. And I've done a little research on this particular ammo, and what I've read is that it is good for its price. Okay, great, good for its price. This is pretty typical of Monarch ammo, but I wanted to see what good for its price actually looks like. And that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna see what good for its price looks like. Now, I've used Monarch, other types of Monarch, never their buckshot though, but I use their 9mm and I've used their AR rounds and things like that, and it is very much good for its price. So what I'm gonna do first, at this range, this is 15 yards. If you look down here, I have a target. It is a USECA silhouette target. We're gonna pattern this shell. So this is the bullet. We're gonna pattern it, we're gonna shoot, and we're gonna see what the pattern looks like. After that, we're gonna walk on down to about 30 yards, which is probably about the maximum effective range for this gun, this round for hunting. And we're gonna try it out with my hunting barrel. So this barrel here, this is my home defense barrel. This is an 18.5-inch police barrel. It has a cylinder bore, which means no choke, which means when you fire the shotgun, all the bullets just fly out. There's nothing that constricts them. So it's a very natural pattern. So that's what we're gonna start with. Out there, I'm gonna use my 28-inch hunting barrel with a modified choke. So that's a medium amount of restriction on the bullets when they come out. And we're gonna see how it does. Now, there's other ways, there's other chokes, there's other barrels. There's a lot of variables. And also, every shotgun is unique. So the way it patterns with my shotgun may not pattern the same with someone else's. So let's start with the first shell, see how it does. All right, let's go take a look. Okay, so at 15 yards, so this is probably the maximum range that you would use a shotgun to defend yourself in your home. So at the maximum range, this is actually very good pattern. This circle would be your most effective zone at stopping a threat, and all but 3, so 2/3 are in this circle. One up here, one right here pretty close, and one right here are still not too far out. Is this a wonderful, perfect pattern for, say, hunting or a longer range shot? No. But would this be effective for home defense? I would have to say yes. What I forgot to say at the beginning, though, is that these are actually very cheap compared to most buckshots. Most buckshot is about $1 a round or more. Some of the really good buckshot is as high as $3 a round. This, a box of 25, is under $20. So I got these on sale. They were $15.99 for 25 rounds of buckshot. So for its price, I'd have to say that is very good. So we're gonna go on down. And I'm gonna quickly switch out my barrel. So one thing I love about shotguns as well lots of times you can just switch the barrel and have almost a different gun. So that was my home defense gun. This is my hunting gun. Quick 30-second change of the barrel, and I'm good. This is my hunting firearm now. So, before we do this though, I forgot to do something. I need to tape up my target so we can tell our first pattern from our second. So, you can follow me and just give me a second. So targets can get pricey, but masking tape is cheap. So it's really simple to tell one pattern from another or one shot group from another. Just some cheap, I like the wider masking tape from the dollar store. Cover up all my bullet holes on my paper. There we go. Problem solved. So we're gonna do 2 shots. So we'll load one in the chamber, one in the magazine tube, and I am going to do a pattern shot on the target at what I would believe is this round's maximum effective hunting range. And then we're gonna do a simple penetration test. One problem with buckshot for hunting is it often does not penetrate adequately, which means it doesn't go deep enough in the target where you hit. So a simple penetration test on whether or not this would penetrate well enough for a deer or a medium-sized hog that I've read about is a milk jug. Fill a milk jug full to the top with water, put the cap on it, shoot it. If the buckshot penetrates clean through, all of your pellets penetrate clean through, none are left in the bottle, in the milk jug, then it will probably penetrate adequately at that range for deer and medium to small hogs. So let's give it a try. All right, silhouette pattern. Okay, now our penetration test. All right, let's go take a look at the results. Okay, I have to say, for the price of this buckshot, I am very, very impressed. Remember, this is cheap buckshot, budget buckshot, so this is the great value version of buckshot. But here we have, with our modified choke and our 28-inch hunting barrel, most of our bullets are still in this effective zone. We do have one out here, one right here, and a flyer out here, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe even 6. I can't tell if this is one that just tore the paper a lot or if it's 2. But we got 5 or 6 for deer. It's very heavily debated as to how many you need. Some people say you need more, but most people, the average number of what I read of what you need to effectively kill a deer is about 3, maybe 4. We have exceeded that with Monarch. This is the store brand buckshot. Now our penetration test is a clear success. It is a clear success. There are no buckshot left in the jug. The energy dump was incredible. It blew up like a balloon. Now, the bullets not only went through the milk jug, but they went through, I see you, they went through and through the board that was behind it, and then through the board behind that. So this is more than adequate penetration at that range to effectively kill a deer, to be used for hunting. And it is more than effective of a pattern to be effective on a deer or a small hog, medium small hog, at this range. So, final thoughts. Is this Monarch budget buckshot good for its price? Absolutely. What does that mean? What does good for its price mean? It means for home defense, it would hold an effective pattern, and for hunting at 30 yards, which is kind of an average range for buckshot, it would more than effectively kill a deer or a medium to small hog. Disadvantage? For home defense, I would have to say the biggest con I've seen for a home defense thing, it may overpenetrate. It blew through that pretty well. So it may overpenetrate, which may be dangerous in a home defense situation. And the recoil is significantly heavier than buckshot that is designed specifically for home defense. So that may be a problem. It does have a bit of a bite to it for a budget round. It's not a really soft recoiling budget buckshot, or a soft recoiling, controlled recoil, law enforcement or self-defense buckshot. But for its price, I'm impressed.